Hello, welcome to my Sunday front. Thank you for joining me. Today is a mukbang, but also I have a very serious alert. So, I don't want to alarm you guys. It's just about Hurricane Helene. We've been talking about these storms in the ocean for quite some time. So let me show you what I'm eating today. A whole bowl of chili. So of course I added my own spices and stuff to it. And here is some oyster crackers and potato chips. I have a splash drink, lemon flavored, you know I love them. And of course Cholula sauce. So I'm gonna get started with my plate. I'm gonna put some hot sauce on my food because that's how I like it. And I'm gonna put some of these oyster crackers on my chili. Trying to be careful. So these are oyster crackers I just got from Amazon. I'm just trying them. They're pretty big. Can you see them? That's good. But also, I'm gonna put some hot sauce on this. Just a little bit. Just for flavor. So here's what I got. Let's see what it tastes like. No cheating. It's good. So, let's try these potato chips. That is super delicious. So I was looking forward to the weather this week, but it's all gloomy. It's still a little bit sunny, so kind of, you know, one of those dark cast days. But I'm kind of enjoying it. Let me take my glasses off for this. My costume, I should be done with it by this weekend. I mean, I finished the top, like I finished the main parts of it. And then the embellishments come next. So the embellishments, like I said, I handmade them. And then I have this special little ribbon I bought. And it's kind of like, I have to design, just like quilting, kind of. I have to design on the skirt. The skirt part of the dress. So I think after that I'll be finished. But I have all the makeup. I have all that already. I mean, I bought like the other, like the really, like the stuff that makes it the costume. Like I bought that. At the same time I bought the dress. But yeah, I just bought a regular dress and kind of like ripped it up. But it was a $7 dress, so I don't really have any regrets. I wonder what it tastes like on a potato chip. It's super good. This literally just got finished cooking. If you saw my last video, I tried getting vaccinated. But it was too expensive. And so I know like what I said like was kind of like not how I should have said it. I think I should have said it like, you know, that people should have complete access over their own health, you know, to their options, and that choices for vaccination should be made by the general public, you know, so affordably and easily and simple. It shouldn't be an undue burden to unburdened. And that's what I meant to say. But we're sitting here campaigning instead of worrying about public safety. And I think that's where Biden fell short. You know, you start putting that cape on, and all of a sudden, you know, people are gonna think of you as some sassy man. But I, of course, have my opinions about how Ohio is being thrown into the mix, you know, for political gain or what have you. Just when you think you're safe, just when you think like something ridiculous wouldn't happen. I feel like shame on you and shame on me. And that's what's the worst part, you know? Why beat yourself up when you should put energy in something else? And here I am trying to bring awareness, and it's just like disappointing because it's like my government's like falling short of everything, you know? And you're trying to talk about worldly things, and here I am being represented by Biden admin. You know? And everybody's like, well, why are you so embarrassed and ashamed? Not everybody watches the news. They literally tell me things like that. And I say, you know, it's not on the news. You know, you can't fool me. I'm not new here. I know what I'm talking about, what the other people be talking about. It's not on the news. Besides, you know, why should it fall on the heads of the media? You know? What did she call it? A politically violent climate? I don't think anybody's safe. Not from her. And to be fair, like I said, because we're not talking about other people. We're not talking about the media, the press, or any news outlet. We're talking about Biden admin. And that's just how I feel about the situation. You know? When it comes to really doing a thorough job at something, you know. And I think whatever happened with Reagan, it should have been looked into. And Trump did a really good job at putting things the way they should have been. And then to say, well, it falls on him because he was the last one there. Honey, at the end of another month or so, it all falls on you. So what are we saying? Come January inauguration, I can confidently say, hey, you know what? News media outlets, any press or what have you, you know, it wasn't your fault. You know, and it makes it to where it's politically violent towards anybody that comes out and speaks on politics. You can be on any platform on the internet too, not just broadcast TV, but let's include everything, broadcast TV to, you know, materials, you know, reading materials, anything published, books. Come January, that term would have ended, you know. And then we can say confidently, the last administration did not, in fact. And by then, you know, November has passed. So when you want to get real about things in the real life. Let's not, you know, take away from the reality, you know? Let's be realistic. Let's be honest. Let's be open and truthful and transparent. Let's speak clearly, you know? I don't understand the hostility and defense mechanisms, you know, from an administration that constantly slurs their speech. It makes me wonder and ashamed. And I'm telling you that, you know, because things have been a certain way my whole life, you know? You guys as viewers probably seen more admins in office than I have, you know? And I never seen that greatness. Not to say that there hasn't been great leaders, but to be able to utilize the podium in such a way, my goodness, it must have been amazing. You know? I obviously poured myself way too much. What do you say we get into it? Oh, did you guys see my lamp? Let me see if I can pull this. This is what it looks like. This is how easy this lamp is. You just hold it and it turns off. You just push it to whatever color and then hold it and it turns off. Pretty cool, huh? I like it a lot. So this is Helene, about Hurricane Helene. So Hurricane Helene predicted to be a Category 3. And like I said, local rain until Sunday will continue occurring. Of course, about Friday, Saturday, you'll see the effects of Hurricane Helene enter as it begins downgrading or whatever. And just kind of like being more disorganized. You'll see Friday and Saturday, like I said, you will see that starting to show up. Like I said, until Sunday, and Sunday we see some sun, and it starts raining again Monday. But as far as Hurricane Helene is concerned, Thursday evening it's supposed to affect land and move over Friday into Georgia. Now, Tropical Storm Helene will move out of the Caribbeans towards the eastern Gulf of Mexico. So enter into the Tropical Storm Helene will enter, you know, the mouth of the Gulf, and then out of the Caribbeans, and then head to the eastern side of the Gulf of Mexico, making landfall at Tallahassee, Florida, and reaching Atlanta region Friday morning, downgrading as it passes Athens, Tennessee, and Louisville, Kentucky, and it will begin affecting those places Friday afternoon until the evening. So it's gonna slowly downgrade, but it will pass like probably Friday in the afternoon, maybe, late afternoon, it will go through Athens, Tennessee, and in the evening, it will go Louisville, Kentucky. And finally, Indianapolis area, just east of the city, Saturday morning. So Saturday morning, 8 a.m., it's predicted it will arrive to just east of Indianapolis. So this is Indiana. Wednesday, 8 a.m., it will spin itself into a hurricane, reaching the Gulf by nightfall. Thursday morning, it will be a Category 3 and hit land as a Category 3 by 8 p.m. Thursday. Check your local alerts, prepare, be ready, and stay safe. So Wednesday, it will officially be a hurricane. Now this is a big storm, powerful. And like I said, by the nightfall, Thursday morning, by the nightfall, it will reach the Gulf. And Thursday morning, that's when it becomes major hurricane. And so then it will move on to Florida, making the landfall at 8 p.m. Thursday as a Category 3. But like I said, it's like a slither of Florida where it makes landfall. It will be very close to Georgia and quickly move into Georgia once it starts affecting land, as it says. So the storm surge is predicted to be very dangerous. This was known before it was a known major hurricane. So when we were watching the storm, experts had said that the storm surge was forecasted to be very great. So you need to be very cautious about that. If you live near waterways that could possibly be impacted by a major hurricane, Category 3, Hurricane Helene, just make sure that you're prepared for everything. And I will be keeping you guys in my thoughts, and you guys keep them in your thoughts and prayers as we move into the midweek when it starts turning, into a hurricane. And the storm continues brewing. This is other areas of the world, well, of the ocean. The storm continues brewing just off Africa's coast with an almost certain chance of cyclonic formation. This storm that I speak of is one that I mentioned was, kind of lagging behind a Helene situation. And it is pretty, it does have a chance of starting to spin, and it does have a little bit of force in it. So that was like an 80% chance, which is pretty good. And Tropical Storm John moves into a loop starting tonight around midnight. No kidding. It will circle around just east of Acapulco, encircling at Atoyac de Alvarez. The track is a circle, literally. When I tell you it's a circle, it is a circle. And it is encircling Atoyac de Alvarez, which looks like a wildlife area, but I'm not too sure. Hawaii storms that popped up weekend but are still visible. We will watch in case of any changes. Those storms that I was talking about that had like a great chance of tropical storm weather, they actually weakened. So I'm still watching in case of changes, but Louisiana, Alaska, and Hawaii all have tropical weather at the south of each state. So even though they have downgraded those storms near Hawaii, still south, of Hawaii, like the island, the big island, is like having tropical weather because like they kind of dissipated, and when they did that, like all the clouds kind of moved in onto shore. But Louisiana and Alaska, also on the south of the state, they have tropical weather. Kentucky and Louisiana have had alerts for tornadic conditions, and I was reading they had warnings and effect and alerts for both Louisiana and Kentucky, that there was high winds and possible tornadic formation in the clouds. So just so you guys stay on alert and understand that you must be ready for this weather, and in case there's changes, you need to stay safe and do everything you can possibly, including checking your local alerts, to continue being preparing yourself and readying, because sometimes when evacuation is called for, and you need to heed the warning, you need to make sure you're on your P's and Q's. Like I said, I will keep you in my thoughts and continue updating as needed. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again on the next one. My son different. Bye-bye.